A former senior executive at a major US healthcare company is heading to prison after the jury of the federal court found him guilty of running a quiet but expensive fraud inside the firm. Karan Gupta, 48-year-old Indian origin executive living in California, was sentenced on 24th of August to 3 years of prison. Prosecutors say the scheme that helped run cost Optum more than 8.9 crore rupees. And here's how it worked. Back in 2015, Gupta hired his long-time friend, Shangraf Kaul, as a data engineering manager on his own team. Now, the court records show that Kaul did not have any qualification for that job, and yet he stayed on the payroll for more than 3 years, collecting a 6-figure salary while just doing a little or no actual work. Prosecutors allege that Gupta demanded that Kaul had around 60% of the salary as the kickbacks, and at the first when the money arrived as cash deposits into Gupta's bank account. Later, the two switched to the separate checking accounts that Gupta could access, and this arrangement would decide to keep the money trail hidden. The whole thing came in the underdone in November 2019. Optum fired Gupta after discovering the involvement in a similar non-show employee scheme. The company dug deeper, found the full scale of the fraud, and handed the case to the federal authorities. A jury convicted Gupta in February's six-day trial, and the charges included conspiracy to commit a wire fraud, 10 counts of wire fraud, and conspiracy to commit a money laundering. And his friend Kaul had already been guilty and earlier in this year of conspiracy to commit the same wire fraud. The US prosecutors were clear about what took it to the serious motive. They argued, it is not just a business loss. It demands large organizations, especially ones that serves millions of Americans through the healthcare systems. Gupta used the senior position to create the fake jobs and kept going, with a large amount of pocketing inside his own pocket. Company paperwork was never done. Now, that long-running scheme was ended with a prison sentence. The case is another reminder that corporate fraud, when it looks quiet and internal, can sometimes draw a very hard weight of the position on the time. It could be related to the H-1B. It could be related to the money laundering and obviously the wire fraud. But 8.9 crores of fraud, and just then convert it into the dollars, into the US dollars, and imagine what kind of fraud it was. A huge, massive fraud just for the money laundering, for the minor frauds, as well as the H-1B sponsorships, because no paperwork was already done. And this leads up to the conclusion that Mr. Gupta is allegedly under the known case of wire frauds with his partner, Mr. Kaul, and 3 years of prison for both partners, and still a federal court judgment yet pending.